Today we're going to see another concept, that is attach EBS volumes to multiple instances. So for example, if I have one EBS volume, I want to attach into multiple instances. So for example, I am attaching to one instance. So is it possible for me to attach to some other instances? So this is kind of a really interesting interview questions as well. Okay, so we're going to see some kind of a scenarios that how are we going to attach to one instance, and we are copying some files, and we are going to detach from that instance, and then we are going to attach to some other instance. Okay, so we are going to see how that is going to be working for us. Okay, so let's dive into the demo. Okay, so for now I have an EC2 instance running already. Okay, for example, if you can see here, so my instance is cloud institution EBS instance, so which we have created in the last video. If you're following with the last video, we have I've explained to you that how to create a volumes and how to attach it. Okay, so that is what it is. So now I already have one of the instances is already there. Okay, so now if you can go to EBS volume, okay, if you go to EBS volume, I already have one of the EBS volume, it is available. Okay, so this is what the EBS volume which has been created, so which has been created. Okay, so now for um, for the understanding purpose, I'm going to delete this volume, and okay, I'm going to delete this volume, and I'm going to create a new volume again. Okay, so the volume is going to be again 10 GB. Okay, 10 GB of volume, and then the uh, availability zone is going to be 2C, because this is the instance where so that's the location where this instance is being located. So 2C availability zones, so both availability zones, both the EBS volume and then EC2 instance volume availability zone should be same. Okay, so I'm going to create volume. Okay, so now the volume has been created. Okay, so as you can see in the volumes, if you go in the instance, let's see lsblk. We have seen the same command in the last videos as well. Okay, lsblk list block devices. Okay, so the list block devices, I don't see any other devices other than /vde. So this is only one device, only one hard disk. Okay, so it's been available, nothing has been attached to it. Now what are we going to do is that we are going to attach that volume to this instance as well. Okay, now I'm going to click on this one. Okay, and I'm going to, so it is available now. Okay, so now I'm going to attach to the, okay, now I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to attach volume to this instance. Okay, whatever the instance is we created, I'm going to attach this volume. So device name is going to be, I'm just giving /sdb. Okay, so that is the device name which I'm giving. So we also give the same device name in the last time also. Okay, now as you can see, we have created the 10 GB, and let's go see and here, so lsblk, it has been like /vda is there, and then /svdb is there. /vdb is going to be 10 GB of size, whatever we have just created. Okay, so we have attached to this volume. Now if you want to use this volume, okay, what you have to do, we need to create, okay, so we need to create so we need to format this volume. How to format this volume we have seen already, mkfs.ext4 ext4, okay, and then /dev, okay, xvdb. Okay, why I'm just giving /dev means, so I can see this partition, but this device is being actually located under /dev sdb only. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm just giving /dev xtvb. Okay, after this, what I'm going to do is that what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to mount it. Okay, so it's been formatted. I'm going to mount it. Okay, so now I already have a cloud institution folder. I'm going to delete it. Okay, so for clean purpose, now I'm going to create mkdir cloud folder. Okay, inside this one, so I have one folder here. I'm going to give inside the cloud folder. Now I don't have any files inside this particular folder. Now I'm coming back to this, and I'm going to mount. Okay, so I'm going to mount /devxtvb okay, to cloud folder. Okay, so now I'm going to mount to so this device, this 10 GB of volume is being mounted to the cloud folder. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go inside the cloud folder, and I'm seeing that I can see one file called logs plus found is been there. Now what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to create some files, so I'm going to give the file name called so touch 1.txt, 2.txt, and 3.txt. Okay, so I'm going to create these three files inside this particular folder. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to migrate this particular EBS instance to some other instance. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to detach the volume from this instance, and I'm going to attach to some other instance. Okay, so for example, okay, so now we have all these files, right? So how to unmount this volume? Okay, I don't want to attach to this instance. I want to unmount this volume. So okay, before that, let's create one EC2 instance again. Okay, let's go to the instances and create launch instance. Okay, the instance name is EBS -2. Okay, so this is second EBS volume which I'm creating. Okay, so everything is same. I'm on Linux and t2.micro, and then key pair. I don't need any key pair. Proceed without key pair. Okay, so allow SSH. I want SSH, and for this machine also I'm going to give the root volume of 8 GB. Okay, I'm going to launch instance now. Okay, so now this instance is launched. Okay, this is the first instance where we have this mounted, this file system, everything. Now I have the second image. Okay, so the second instance is still in pending state. Okay, so now what I have to do is that now I have two instances, two EBS volumes are there. Okay, so one is this cloud instance EBS volume is the first volume, first instance. This is kind of a second instance. Okay, now I'm logging into this. I'm going to connect. Okay, it is getting connected. Okay, it may take some time based on the network connectivity, but it should be connected. Okay, now it's connected. Now I don't have any kind of files and folders over here. So now what I'm going to do is that this is the EBS volume 2 and this is the cloud institution EBS volume 1. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmount the volume from here, and I'm going to detach from the EBS volume here. Okay, 10 GB volume. I'm going to detach the volume from here, and I'm going to attach it to another instance and see all the files are there or not. So as you can see, why there is one more volume has been created. The reason being, we have created a two instances now. Okay, so we have created two instances. That is the reason why both instances should have a 8 GB of hard disk. That's the EBS volume hard disk. Okay, so this is the additional hard disk. Okay, so now what I'm going to do in order to unmount, I'm going to do umount. Okay, before that I'm going to going back, umount unmount. The folder name is going to be cloud. Okay, I have unmounted it. Okay, so now here I'm going to detach this from, so it still is attached to this one, right? So still is attached to this 30 system. Okay, now I'm going to detach this volume. Force detach volume. Okay, detach. Okay, so it's been detached. Now see, this one is available now. Okay, it's been detached. Now if you can go to that instance, whatever it was there, if you can go lsblk, you don't see this volume, and also df -h, if you can see also, you don't see that volume has been mounted over here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to attach this volume to the second instance. Okay, so where is the volume? So this is the volume, and I'm going to attach to the second instance. What is second instance? This is the second instance, right? 3C is the second instance. So I'm going to I'm going to click on this one. Okay, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to attach volume. Okay, now I have two instances, right? I'm going to attach to the second instance, ECS EBS 2 volume. Okay, so the device name is going to be, let's say it can be some other device name also, but I'm going with the same device name. STB is the device name. Okay, attach volume. Now what I'm going to do is that, okay, so now it's been attached in use. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to EBS volume 2 and I'm going to give lsblk. As you can see, xvdb is the disk is been attached for this particular instance. Now I want to see whether all the files whatever has been created in this particular system is available or not. Okay, so now what are we going to do is that, we already formatted this particular file system with the ext4, so we don't need to format it again. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder again. Okay, and also if you can see df-h, this mounting point is not there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mkdir with the folder name is going to be cloud institution. Okay, so now cloud institution. Now what is the point, what is something is happening is that I'm going to be having kind of a cloud institution is there. I'm going to mount this particular volume /xvdb, okay, mount /dev xvdb to cloud institution. Okay, so now I'm just mounting it. If you can give df-h, so you can see this volume has been mounted to here. Okay, now let's go and see inside this folder to check whether all the files which we have been created here is there or not. Okay, now you can go and see inside this cloud institution. Okay, see, you have all the three files has been there. So now, so this is what something we have done. Okay, so if you can see here, now this is the instance 1, this is instance 2. Okay, so first this, let's say for example this is EBS volume we've created. This is of 10 GB, and this is the EBS volume, EBS volume 1, EBS instance 1, EBS instance 2. So now what you have done initially, first we have mount this volume to this here. We have created some files. Okay, we created some files, then we detach and then we attach to this volume, and this